Hey everybody, Jittery-Jay here. Hope everybody's having a great day so far. We got up today the Ricky Gervais Show, Season 2, Episode 5. This is titled Insects. Um, First off, let me say I'm sorry for my mic quality. My podcasting microphone decided to quit on me for no reason. It won't power up. So I'm stuck using this one until I can afford to get a Yeti. It's just not in my budget at the moment. So sorry about the sound if it comes off a little scratchy. But and what are you gonna do for 30 bucks? All right. But anyway, before we get started, we're gonna hit. This came from Tianshu Li. We're already subscribed, so I'm gonna hit them with a like on the video. And while we're showing support, the easiest way to help the channel grow and show support is to hit the like and subscribe buttons. Um, then let me know in the comments what I need to look for. Like I always say, titles work best. For some reason, YouTube won't show me comments that have links in them. I have to go digging for those comments. Um, that's why I said titles work best. It gives me an idea of what I'm looking for. That being said, don't forget to tap the notification bell so you know when I drop more content. Uh, and let's get into this.
For the past few years, Ricky Gervais, Stephen Merchant, and Carl Pilkington have been meeting regularly for a series of pointless conversations. This is one of them.
Testing. Is that all right?
Hello and welcome to the Ricky Gervais Show with me, Ricky Gervais, Stephen Merchant.
Hello.
And the little round-headed buffoon that is Carl Pilkington.
All right.
We've been away filming in a sweltering London. About a heat wave here in the capital city, haven't we, Carl?
It's been hot, hasn't it?
Been up to 100 degrees, record-breaking temperatures.
Yeah.
What have you been doing, though?
That's called summer here. Of course, we're a little bit farther south than England is, I believe. Are we? I don't know. Somebody let me know if Ohio is farther south than England. Crappy state that it is, it might be. But anyway, yeah. I gotta say, I have been looking forward to this one all week. It's been a weird week for me, and I've been looking for something to give me a good laugh, and these guys always seem to do that. But yeah, let's get into this.
Getting to see the place, having loads of walks and that.
Me, Carl.
It's been hot, hasn't it?
Been up to 100 degrees, record-breaking temperatures.
Yeah.
What have you been doing, though?
Getting to see the place, having loads of walks and that. I like to have walks. You know, watching what
Like a
people
dog.
Yeah! when he jumps off the couch and starts scratching against the door.
Suzanne thinks it's time.
It's just good thinking time, though, isn't it? As well, having a walk. You've got no other clutter going on around you. And you just think about a lot of stuff. And, you know, like say, with the weather being hot and stuff, a lot of insects knocking about.
Right.
So I've just been watching them.
so while we've been filming, you've been watching insects?
Yeah, just seeing, because everybody knows insects are out there, but no one's keeping an eye on them.
What are they up to? What are you worried about?
Loads of Steve, you wouldn't be laughing like that if you'd watch them, because they do some weird stuff and that is what I mean.
What sort of stuff? Any examples?
I saw a bee have a heart attack.
You saw a bee have a heart attack.
That's a new one on me. How does he know it had a heart attack? That's a good one.
Heart attack.
You saw a bee have a heart attack.
Yeah.
How were you sure it was a heart attack?
I love these
What
guys.
happened? I'd been
Did
in,
it clutch its chest with all 6 legs?
no,
Were there some other little bee paramedics?
no, I'd just been out in the park anyway, just looking at, you know, caterpillars knocking about. butterflies and stuff. So I was sort of aware.
So when Suzanne goes to work, she goes, Carl, don't you waste the day. I want you to do some constructive stuff.
But the thing is, so I'd been in the park and I was aware of the insects that are around us more than like most of the time. And I come out of the park, just crossing like a sort of a busy road and what have you, and I saw this bee to the right of me, sort of in the air, and it was a big one, and I was a bit like, oh, let's watch that. And it just fell. It fell from the air in front of me, and it was on the pavement. I thought, oh, what's going on here? And I looked at it for a bit, and it was really still. Gave it a little kick, just to see if there was any movement. Nothing. Stone sort of, what's the saying? Stone cold dead.
Stepped on it.
Yeah! Stone cold bee dead.
So,
Yeah.
that-
I
that's-
like the fact that this bee suddenly saw Carl and had a heart attack.
Yeah.
It'd never seen anything that round before. It just thought, it had approached him because he thought it was a sunflower.
My God, it's a giant walking orange. Every dream has come true. Oh!
Oh my god. Between Ricky and Stephen, I don't know which one's worse. Oh god. I needed this. I really needed this laugh. Like I said, it's been a weird week for me. Mood wise. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, I think it's got something to do with I'm on an antibiotic for the ulcer on my leg got infected. And I think it might be messing with my other medications a little bit. But I'm only on it for a couple more days. So hopefully that this will go by quick. Anyway, let's get back to this.
Walking orange. Every dream has come true. Oh!
No, but it just summed up life for me. I thought that's like us, isn't it? At the end of the day, they have heart attacks, stress.
You put it down to stress, do you?
Well, it's in London, isn't it? You know, everything has stresses from living here.
And they are bald, aren't they? They've got fur all over, but they lose the...
I'm always overweight.
It was a fat, bald bee. Oh.
So what did you... It fell to the floor and you instantly... You just kicked it. You didn't
No,
attempt
I
to
waited a
revive
second and just looked at it.
Attempt to revive it? How? That made no sense.
It fell to the floor and you
course.
instantly... You just kicked it. You didn't
No,
attempt
I
to
waited a
revive
second
it.
Look
and
who
just
he's
looked at
asking.
it to see if there was any, leg movement or wing, and there was nothing. And then when I sort of kicked it, it was sort of hard. It had hardened already. It's just
Rigor mortis had set in.
rigor mortis had set in.
Did it put you in a bad mood for the day? Because I know things like that can just send you over the edge for the day.
Death and that does a bit. Suzanne doesn't like me talking about death.
What riveting conversations do you come up with?
No, just things like one of our mates has had a baby recently, and I just was saying, oh, when that's sort of our age, we'll nearly be dead.
Think of that.
That's the first thing he says. There's a new life brought into the...
Oh god. Leave it to Carl. When he's our age, we'll be dead. I thought, oh my god. He's got a point, but then again, he doesn't look that old. So I don't know about that. Oh, like I said, leave it to Carl.
the world.
Think of that.
That's the first thing he says. There's a new life brought into the world.
I know.
But when he's our age, we'll be dead.
Yeah.
No, it's
Maybe
weird.
they'll let you do the speech at the christening.
Well, yeah, I've been watching loads of stuff. I've been watching ants. You mentioned ants. I've had a lot of moths in the house. They're sort of sad.
I mean, you say it like it was a
every day.
garden party.
Yeah, well, but all I'm saying is I look at more about what its life is like. Because if you watch something long enough, is what I'm saying, you can see that it's a bit clueless. It's the same way about ants. Or they're hard workers and all that.
I'm waiting
watch
for
one,
it.
It's going back and forth all the time. They go one way and then they stop and go the other way. They try to look busy in front of the mates. But if you watch one long enough, it's back and forwards and it's like it's done nothing there.
I'm going to carry this twig back and forth. There's like a knockoff at 4.
There's a lot of that going on.
Is there?
Because there's not. There's none of that going on.
There is. But no, like I say, the moth, depressing little sort of thing.
Why is it depressing?
It hasn't got eyes, has it? You just look at it, it doesn't know what's going on. I just don't. I think if you haven't got eyes, you shouldn't have wings.
That's a rule. If we could put that into practice, please.
That's a great.
What do you mean it doesn't have eyes? Hold up. Let me see something real fast. Do moths have eyes? Yeah, they have eyes. They use a pigment that moves position to limit the light within the eye. So, yeah, they do have eyes. That just threw me off. It's like, wait a minute. That didn't even sound right. Anyway, back to this.
Rule.
That's a rule. If we could put that into practice, please.
That's a great
I like
rule.
it.
That's a fantastic rule, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you haven't got eyes, you shouldn't have wings.
I just was reading something about an octopus. That's like a killer octopus. And it annoyed me that this was knocking about now. Because I didn't know, I thought they were quite friendly. Whenever you see them in cartoons and that, they're always happy, aren't they? And then suddenly, like, they've sort of brought the whole sort of...
What's his name? I forget. Oh my god, that's from Hanna-Barbera, the old cartoons. Holy cow. I thought they were going to show Squidward. But no. From SpongeBob. Alright, what are you doing?
aren't they? And then suddenly, like, they've sort of brought the whole sort of creature down. Do you know what I mean?
No, what do you mean?
Well, just you know, when you see him in films,
The way he said that, he's so out of breath from laughing is not funny.
What do you mean?
He goes, no.
well, just you know, when you see him in films, they're running about and that, and everybody likes an octopus. But this one that's on it was your fault really, because you told me about that frog that's going about killing people.
No, I didn't say that.
So I looked it up on the internet at like other creatures and stuff, and
.com.
there's some octopus that's in the sea, and what it does.
What did he say? Not Carl, Ricky.
Other creatures and stuff. And
.com.
there's
Did you say .com?
There's some octopus that's in the sea, and what it does, you don't even have to like threaten it. It just spits in the water, and if that stuff gets on you, does you in.
Again,
So in a way, it's good knowledge because, I mean, I don't go in the sea anyway because it's full of stuff like that. But that's just reassured me that I'm doing the right thing. If they're knocking about, just gozzing everywhere,
Oh my
you don't even have to
gosh.
be near one. You don't even know if it's been spitting and stuff. It can kill you. It just seems unfair. I haven't harmed it. I haven't gone near it. Why is it getting annoyed with me? Doesn't seem right.
Yeah, why is it getting annoyed with me? Doesn't seem right. I love it. It's his mentality. It's like I don't even think he goes near the ocean, does he?
I haven't gone near it. Why is it getting annoyed with me? Doesn't seem right. So that's where our knowledge has not helped that octopus out. Because now, when you eat them, I just think, yeah, have another one. Do you know what I mean? Get rid of them.
another conversation with himself. Another conversation with himself.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, Carl, I'm just going to throw an animal at you. Tell me how weird it is, what bits annoy you, how you change it. Okay? A crab.
Oh no.
How would I change it?
Yeah. Does it annoy you? Do you think it's weird?
They are weird, but they're at that size where they can get away with it.
Yeah, it suits them. Okay, good.
Would I change anything? in a way, you know, what you're saying about things not working, he can't walk forwards. So why hasn't something happened? Why haven't they said, do you know what, these arms are too clumsy. We need to have them so they can slot away easier and we can pull them out when we need them instead of clumping around with them. Because they do struggle. You see them struggling with their arms. Yet they're still here, they're still doing that, they're still designed that way.
What's the weirdest animal? So you think the octopus is the weirdest animal on Earth?
Yeah.
Why is it any weirder than a dog?
Because it couldn't be further away from us. A dog has got human eyes. If a jellyfish had a pair of eyes like ours, I probably wouldn't worry about him that much. But like I said to you, it's that way that they haven't got eyes, they're floating about. I can handle some fish, they look like, because they've got eyes, you can make eye-to-eye contact with them. A jellyfish, what you're looking at, it's a snidey thing, like I've said to you. You can see a lot in eyes. Do you know what I mean? They say, don't trust him. Why? It's his eyes. Jellyfish haven't even got any, and I don't trust them. In terms of design and everything, and if you lined everything up, say if I'd come from another planet, and everything was lined up in a row, and they said, right, we're going to give you a crash course in what's knocking about on this planet.
Yeah.
It even looks like the characters from Hanna-Barbera. Way, way back in the day. Like when I was a kid. So, a long time ago. I don't know how I remember that. When I can't remember yesterday. Who knows? My short-term memory is out there. So, that's why I write everything down, usually in triplicate, because I know I'm going to lose at least one or two. Because I know me. I'll set it down somewhere so I won't lose it and forget where I set it every time. But yeah.
In terms of design and everything, and if you lined everything up, say if I'd come from another planet and everything was lined up in a row, and they said, right, we're going to give you a crash course in what's knocking about on this planet.
Yeah.
And you go, right, go on then. And you go, this is man, here's woman, here's a dog, here's a cat, here's an octopus, I go, hang on a minute, what is this?
In a way, he's got a point. They do look kind of weird, you know? Especially the way they can contort their bodies to fit through very, very tiny spaces. It's, yeah, a little strange. Makes you wonder, don't it?
Say if everything was at the same size as us, what would be the best thing to be? Say like a tarantula.
Yeah.
And a tiger. What would happen there?
A 15-stone tiger versus a 15-stone tarantula.
Yeah.
Well, I'd imagine a 15-stone tarantula.
Right, so it's just weird that, innit? It's a good job that they're small. Yet things are getting bigger because we're messing with the world.
But it's a ridiculous thing to say, isn't it? Because what would it eat? 15 stone. The biggest you'll find is like a foot-long beetle or something weird
It's
like
big
that.
though, isn't it?
Yeah, that's about as big as they get.
You just
So I
can't
wouldn't
kill
worry
that.
about it.
Again,
Yeah. That big, they could eat people. He's not thinking about that. But unless he's talking about making the tiger smaller. But he said make everything our size, didn't he? He's got a weird way of looking at stuff sometimes.
based on nothing, he
Don't
queries.
worry about it.
Again, based on nothing, he queries
It's not-
you.
But it's
that
like
restriction.
fish, innit? How they say about a goldfish.
Yeah.
That thing about a woman who went on holiday and stuck it in a bath. She came back, it was 7 foot.
Right, that didn't happen.
No, that's a well-known thing about
No, it's not a
goldfish.
well-known
When's
thing.
it what?
I'll tell you why. Because a fish will only grow to its surroundings anyway.
Right?
So
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
you
It's
have to
just-
put it in a bigger tank.
Yeah, in a bath.
No, a 7-foot fish in a bath. It just fit the bath exactly, did it?
When she got back off holiday,
Don't talk shit.
It's a
What was it
well-known-
eating? What was it eating?
How long was she gone for? 2 million years?
yeah. She went to Mars and back.
Ted, you're not going to believe this. Come up here.
well, how many fish do you see that have naturally died? It's always been caught by a man or a shark's ate it. You don't just see dead fish washed up, do you?
Well, most things like that don't die of old age.
Right?
Yeah, that's weird though, isn't it?
Well, no,
no,
'cause
no. That's a law of nature. There are very few things in nature die of old age. Everything is with either predator or prey, or both, in nature. So, yeah. He's got a point.
Well, most things like that don't die of old age.
Yeah, that's weird though, isn't it?
Well, no, because it's a, it's a jungle out there.
No, worse than the sea. The sea is like full of. You've got an enemy around every rock.
I love it! I love it! I love it's like a warning to crabs.
Exactly.
And the other squid. It's like the policeman that comes into your school.
Yeah.
The animations are
Carl, have you ever seen the programme
hilarious
Inside
here.
the Actors Studio?
No.
James Lipton interviews famous actors and gets words of advice about, how they work and how they act. But at the end, he always asks a series of questions, which is based on a French series of questions that a guy called Bernard Pivot used to give people when he interviewed them. So I'm going to ask you some of these questions. I'm just interested to see what your response is. And, answer them quickly. You don't have to think about them too much. What is your favourite curse word?
Shouldn't have to think about
I
it.
don't think I've got one. Knobhead. That sums everything up, and I think it's.
But you wouldn't call your nan a knobhead, would you? What would you call a nan?
Well, knobhead's all right, isn't it? Because she sort of gets it. It's one of them things that everybody understands, but it's not too offensive.
Right.
What a knobhead.
What would you do, though, if you were swimming, right? It was a nice little thing, you're on holiday, right? And there's this octopus there.
What's your favorite? I'm curious to know. Mine, I can't say on YouTube, but it begins with an F. Let's go there. And let's leave it at that, because otherwise I don't think it'll pass YouTube.
What would you do, though, if you were swimming, right? It was a nice little thing, you're on holiday, right? And there's this octopus there, and you're going around, right? And you just see it start spitting at you. Poison. What would you say to it?
Well, it's too late then, isn't it? And I'd kick it. And I'd say, knobhead. I would, but what's the point? What's the point in getting annoyed now? Because it's done its stuff, hasn't it?
You kick it and call it a knobhead under the water. What is this octopus thinking? Oh, God. Oh, I'd go, you fucking eight-legged shit.
I'm not bothered. I don't know what you're saying.
Fucking cunt of a mollusk.
I'll just spit at you again. It's not bothered.
You slimy little fucking boneless wanker.
This is why the face
Are you
is
still
good.
talking to the octopus?
I was kind of waiting for something like that out of Steven. Oh my God. Did you catch that? He said, "Are you still talking to the octopus?" He thought he was talking to Carl. That's messed up. Oh man.
Oh, I don't believe he's only going to run it down the run.
That jingle, of course, signifies another reading from Carl Pilkington's diary. We went to the park and had a brew. Suzanne read the paper while I played with a ladybird. I mean, it's like a child, isn't it? It's like what a child would do.
Suzanne read the paper while I played with a ladybird. His only friend is a beetle.
It climbed up my arm. It struggled on me hairs.
Oh,
This is in detail,
that's-
then.
that's what was throwing me off. He said a ladybird. Here we call it a ladybug. It's same thing. It's just different terms. That's all.
It climbed up my arm. It struggled on me hairs.
This is in detail, then.
Yeah. It kept stopping every now and then and was rubbing its head with its right arm. It did it about 4 times and always used its right arm. It rested for about 5 minutes, then flew off. Sunday. Had a bit of a to-do with Suzanne because she wanted a lion today. I ate this. Once you're awake, you should get up. I got up and put the radio on really loud. She eventually got up. I told her insects don't have lions, so we shouldn't.
Why are you obsessed with insects?
You must be fucking unbearable to live with. You must be a nightmare.
No, I've just started, because I've watched insects a lot. I don't want to keep going on about them because we're a bit insect heavy. But at the end of the day, if we copied insects, we wouldn't go far wrong.
I don't know what you mean, though. 1 minute you're saying they're great, then the next minute you'll slag them off.
Yeah, I'll slag some of them off if I don't know what they're doing, but because I've studied them a bit longer, I just think they do.
You
it
haven't
right.
studied them, though.
He thinks he's like Darwin.
But you just slagged them off a minute ago. Don't you think people that insects are doing stuff? They're not. It
Yeah,
goes there, then
ants.
it goes back again.
The ant was messing about, but only that one. The others were carrying stuff. That's what I'm saying. The snidey ones in everything, in everything in the world, you get a hierarchy.
Ooh. Some new sea thing has been found.
In a way, he's got a point. There is a hierarchy in ant colonies, isn't there? Between the workers and the guards and all that. Somebody let me know. I'm pretty sure that there's a hierarchy in the colony. The same with bees.
Oh, long words!
Ooh. Some new sea thing has been found.
What?
That's the headlines on the news.
It wasn't found by sea experts. It was found on eBay. Someone was selling it for £5. I don't see the point in buying something that you don't know what it is.
What do you mean? What do you mean? It was...
Someone's found some sort of shell with a thing living in it.
Right.
They thought, oh, I've never seen one of these before. I can flog it on eBay. Someone bought it and then wanted to look after it. Went to some sea expert and they said, oh, I don't know what that is. That's the story. It's just weird how stuff's being found on eBay.
No, it wasn't found on eBay, though, was it?
Yeah, but that's where the specialist people sort of picked up on it. It's just weird that... I mean, all I was saying is I wouldn't want one. If you don't know how to... If it's a new creature, you don't know what makes it happy. When you get a kitten...
eBay's gone downhill for a while, but from what they used to be. But yeah, I don't think they go that far. Well, then again, you never know. There's something for everybody.
New creature, you don't know what makes it happy. When you get a kitten, you go stroke its head, loves it, right? And you can do that knowing that it's liking it. If I had a little seashell and you go, does it sit in water? I don't know. Do you know what I mean? You could end up doing more damage. So that's why I wouldn't want it. It's nice to have rules, isn't it? It's nice to know what you're doing with something.
Well, as you write in the diary, it's like if an alien landed and wanted to live.
He's before he starts on that, he's got a point though. Where he said if there he had no way of knowing how to take care of it, he wouldn't want it. Which, yeah, is a very sensitive thing to do, because it's basically saying that. Oh, what am I thinking of? Like when people find wild animals and try to bring them in as pets and end up doing a lot of damage to them because they start feeding them all different things because they don't know what to feed them. And some things that we eat are very harmful to animals. Chocolate being one of them. But anyway, let's get back to Steven.
Doing with something.
Well, as you write in the diary, it's like if an alien landed and wanted to live with you. As much fun as it might sound, it wouldn't be long before you got annoyed with it because it wouldn't eat the food you gave it.
That's what I'm saying, but I couldn't have a go at it because it might not like pasta.
It might not.
Everyone likes pasta.
Wow.
Woke up to some interesting news. It's good when this happens because it sets me up for the day ahead. If it's miserable news, it affects my day. It said on the news that they have found 2 new flies.
Fucking hell, more insects! What have
Right.
you done? Is that all you've done this summer?
Bong. Trouble in the Middle East. Bong. 2 new flies found.
Ladybird climbs up arm.
They were found in the UK and they were found close to each other. Maybe this happened because they were different than the other flies and weren't expected to hang about together, so that's why they knocked about with each other.
That would happen, wouldn't it?
What do you mean?
There's 2 new flies.
What do you mean? Does it mean there are two new
Sorry about
flies that are a different species?
Yeah, two new species,
Oh
and
my
they found
goodness.
them close to each other, right?
Yeah,
And
but they didn't mean there was one of each.
No, yeah, they did. They found two different ones.
No.
No, they have. Seriously, I know that. That's right. That's a fact. So you've got, like, I don't know the names of them. They give them odd names, don't they? Well, say
Yeah.
call it A and Fly B, right?
Yeah.
Fly A, I don't know. Say that's orange.
This is just...
B.
Fly B,
No,
yeah.
This is
but-
painful.
No, but
This
I'm
is
just making it
painful.
easier
But
for
Fly B
you.
wears
Okay.
a little hat.
Yeah.
He's got a little hat.
Right, yeah, fine.
Ricky's
Now-
right. Ricky's right. It's a little painful. Just trying to imagine this.
I'm
is
just making it
painful.
easier
But Fly
for
B
you.
wears
Okay.
a little hat. He's got a little hat.
Right, yeah, fine. Now, they found the orange one. I went, look at this over here. This is a bit weird. And they've gone, oh, that's a new species. Log it, whatever. And then the other one went, oh, keep your pen handy. Look at this one, it's got a hat on. So then they found them both within the same distance.
Go ahead on.
I don't know what that sentence
Keep
means.
going, keep going, keep going.
They
No,
found
let
them
him try and
both.
finish.
They found them both within the same
But
distance.
without interrupting him, let him finish this point.
Let me just make one thing clear. Carl Pilkington just said they found them both within the same distance. Think of that!
Don't know what it means, but go on, let him finish this point.
So what I mean is, they weren't knocking about with other normal houseflies because they were probably sort of going, oh, he's a bit weird. Leave it. Yeah, because the other one was also odd. They're hanging about with each other. Don't you understand that? Why is that such an odd concept?
Because you think of it as like two little new kids in school.
Yeah.
They
Right.
find out they're both new and they've got something in
Yeah,
common.
they're both goths, so they start hanging out together.
Yeah.
And this was on the news, was it?
Yeah, just on the radio.
Oh my gosh.
I know if I looked into that story, it would be 90% wrong.
Bit tired today because didn't get to sleep as early as I'd wanted due to a moth getting in the bedroom.
Fuck me.
I got it in a glass and looked at it for a bit and then let it.
I think Ricky's about to piss himself at this point. He just every time he mentions another insect, he's about to lose it. This is great.
Bedroom. I got it in a glass and looked at it for a bit and then let it go because Suzanne wanted to go to sleep. Looked up some interesting news. Some people dug up an old body in Ireland. Turns out it's well old and was here when dinosaurs were here.
What?
The really weird bit is it had hair gel in its hair.
Right, what is it?
Fella,
Well, no, it wasn't around when dinosaurs were here then.
just a bit after.
Right, fine. A lot after, yeah, go on.
It's not the age bit, that's amazing. It's the fact of, there's a fella, won't have even had shoes on his feet,
Right.
and yet he was worried about his hairstyle.
Right, well, that's definitely not true either.
What?
There was a man on the radio doing poetry, says Carl in his diary.
No.
I thought I'd have a go at doing a poem about today.
Oh no. Yeah. Okay.
I thought I'd have a go at doing a poem about today.
Not really. Steve, I'm a little bit queasy. He hasn't really written a poem.
He's written a small poem.
No, he hasn't really.
Yes. If moths had eyes...
Fuck me!
Let me read the poem, okay? You wouldn't interrupt T.S. Eliot.
Okay. Okay.
If moths had eyes, would they be happier? How do they know they're not dead?
What?
Cavemen hunting for food, but not before they style the hair on their head. What would last longer in dinosaur times? A blind man didn't stand a chance. Not with all them rocks about. I'd rather be a blind moth.
It may be the greatest poem ever
Is
written.
there a creative decision for that?
Can we have Carl read that?
By all
Sorry,
means, yeah.
just you read it as you would like to. So this is, imagine this, right? Okay, this is going out all over the world. And now, Carl Pilkington, a new poet from Manchester, now living in
I like the reverb.
London, England, would like to read a poem.
If moths
I like the reverb. Make it seem like he's in a theater.
Now living in London, England, would like to read a poem?
If moths had eyes, would they be happier? How do they know they're not dead? Cavemen hunting for food, but not before they style the hair on their head. What would last longer in dinosaur times? A blind man didn't stand a chance. Not with all them rocks about. I'd rather be a blind moth.
He said it as though the last bit was going to rhyme. He said it like it was going to rhyme.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
No,
I
It's
think,
amazing, it's amazing.
But I think he feels as though the final line, "I'd rather be a blind moth," is going to be one of those great, you know, a summation that somehow the moth is a metaphor. The caveman.
No, but
there's
all
no
I'm doing-
metaphor in that. He really does mean he'd rather be a blind moth.
Yeah, well, that's just because I've looked at the day's news.
Are you getting into poetry now, properly?
I really like it, yeah. Right, I did 2 about jellyfish.
Excellent.
I don't like jellyfish. They're not a fish, they're just a blob. They don't have eyes, fins or scales like a cod. They float about blind, stinging people in the seas. And no one eats jellyfish with chips and mushy peas. Get rid of them. And then there's just a short one I did about.
That's Carl all the way. Get rid of it. It's not doing nothing. Get rid of it. Why do we need it? Everything's got a purpose, an ecosystem.
And no one eats jellyfish with chips and mushy peas. Get rid of them.
Get rid of them. Oh God, my stomach
And then there's
hurts.
just a short one I did about jellyfish. It would be spiteful to put jellyfish in a trifle.
Yeah, it certainly would.
Yeah,
So,
got a point.
That's great.
He's got a point. That would be spiteful, depending on who he gave it to.
That's really good. Because it's jelly. He's done us this, Steve.
Yeah.
That's a really good poem. Can we always do that, Carl? Can we always find a day, right, and always sum it up in your
in a
thoughts, a
poem.
poem, just like that? It would be spiteful to put jellyfish in a trifle.
I wonder if that's going to be a new section on the show. Is his poetry, kind of like his his diary took over the monkey news. But yeah, this is great. My stomach hurts. My face hurts. I really, really needed this today. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching this with me. And I really hope to see you guys on the next one. I'm going to cut this one off because we're already up to almost 40 minutes. But yeah, I really hope to see you on the next one. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe if you're still here. And like I said, let me know in the comments what to look for. And tap the notification bell so you know when I drop more content. That's going to just about do it for this video. Hope to see you guys on the next one. Love you guys. Peace.